and Dr. PEM and Dr. Rashni. And as outside, the Kuttu Edaka has to be lighted, and I request Dr. PEM to light the Kuttu Edaka. Thank you, Dr. PEM, Dr. Krishnan. Having commenced the program with the lighting of the Kuttu Edaka. We welcome Dr. PEM, Dr. Rashni from Mumbai. They are stalwarts and forerunners under the footpath of Dr. Mahesh Gandhi in India, not only in India, in also in international level. After some time, it is my conjecture that after some time, say about 1 or 2 years, this PEM method will be prevalent in all the countries, and people will start to know the efficacy of the system. I would like to welcome them and all the doctors and the participants of this seminar. And I request we will commence this with Tamil Thai word. Prior to introduce the speakers to the audience, I would like to add for 2 to 3 minutes about what I know about the PEM. My interest in homeopathy, though I am a professional engineer, my interest in homeopathy is purely based on PEM, because it is closely connected to the divinity. The very evolution of the human race is brought into the system, and out of the PEM concepts and tenets of PEM, the most important thing which nobody else in the world has done other than Dr. Mahesh Gandhi. That is the chakra principle. How the chakras, it is there in the ancient scriptures, the chakras are connected to the energy system of the human head. For better understanding, I would say that in all our houses, the electrification is done and the total load required for the house, the electrical power required for the house is split into 5 or 6 circuits. All the circuits are connected to the different parts of the house. Similarly, the chakras are the energies distribution center and regulating center. As I could understand, if I am wrong, I request the doctors to correct me then and there. No. So the power, the vital force is distributed to it is like a breaker. What we have a breaker, circuit breaker. So it is connected to that, and each circuit breaker is connected to the different circuits of the house. So our organs are also connected to this chakra, and the alteration or change in the energy of the body, the chakras are affected, and as a result, the organs are connected to the respective chakras are also affected. See, the homeopath's job is to find out what is altered in the being. And it's a very, I've thoroughly gone through the scripts of Dr. Mahesh Gandhi, and I'm really impressed, and what I put a salute to him, and we give a loud ovation. Salute to Mahesh Gandhi, Dr. Mahesh Gandhi. Salute to Dr. Mahesh Gandhi. A person without any personal intentions, only for the benefit of the society, has done a lot of research, sacrificing his personal life also. So, we are all owing much to Dr. Mahesh Gandhi, and at this juncture, I would like to make a sincere request to the speakers, because they are the spokesperson of Dr. Gandhi. I request the speakers to kindly convey our sentiments to Dr. Gandhi, and in the next seminar, if you are going to, we are going to conduct, I request Dr. Gandhi to be present with us. That gives really, the immeasurable, pleasure, I would say that. I don't know words to express that. And next to that, I'll just briefly give you the profile of the speakers. Dr. PEM Subramanian. She is from our area, and till about 6 months back, we didn't know that she is there in Mumbai. Otherwise, we could have contacted her long back. And on top of it, Dr. Rashmit, though he is from Goa, he has developed a special interest in Manidam that I could witness during the brief talk with him yesterday. And we thank him very much for the interest evinced in the activities of Manidam. And we sincerely request on our behalf, on your behalf, on Manidam's behalf, on my behalf, I request both the doctors to be with us and guide us to reach the goal of PEM. And Dr. PEM Subramanian, she got graduated in 1995 with a BMH degree, BHMS degree from Savitribai, Pune University, and began teaching Materia Medica while simultaneously starting her clinical practice. In She had done FHPC, that is Fellowship in Homeopathy, Psychiatry and Counseling, Diploma in 2019, and subsequently established the Vitalia Homeopathy Mental Health Clinic in 2020. Since then, working very closely with Dr. Mahesh Gandhi, her work has focused on enhancing the mental health, supporting patients with chronic illness, and through the academy, training the next generation of homeopaths in Dr. Mahesh Gandhi's personal evolution method. See, one of the prime aim of Dr. Gandhi is to bring up the next generation homeopaths to be very effective in the system, and the benefit is given to the society. Because nowadays people, if you talk about homeopathy, when I have a lot of allopathic MDs and research scholars, they are all friends to me. But when they hear the word homeopathy, they just laugh it. So we should not allow this laughing, and we should prove that we are really meaning the results, and we should show the results. Just to show the results, we should master the technique and apply that moreover and get the result and show to the world. This is the main aim of Dr. Gandhi in developing the next generation homeopaths. So we are all thankful to him, and at this juncture, I assure him that all of us will work towards his goal and cooperate with him and listen to him and get guided by him and get ourselves developed fully as his wish. That is the repayment what we could make to Dr. Gandhi. That is what I feel. The vision at Vitalia H continues to be one of the integrative healing and fostering personal evolution through the principles of classical homeopathy. So with this, the aim, we are all traveling along with the stalwarts of PEM system, and we get guided by them, and they are very much committed to help us in making us fully developed. And we once again thank them for having developed such an intimate relationship with Manidham and the team. Next comes Dr. Rashmit Saudakar. Sir, am I right, sir? In pronouncing Rashmit Saudakar. Dr. Rashmit Saudakar is a classical homeopath, CCH, CGO, and an ardent follower of PEM. He studied at Motiwala Homeopathic Medical College, Nasik, and the first fellow homeopathic psychiatrist in North Maharashtra. He also did FHPC, Fellowship in Homeopathy, Psychiatry and Counseling, Diploma in 2019. He is associated with Saudakar Homeopathic Clinic and has certifications in child health and gynecology. And Dr. Rashmit is closely associated with Dr. Mahesh as of Dr. PEM Homeopathy. And both of them are, to the extent one cannot imagine, supporting Dr. Gandhi in achieving his aim. And we wish them all the success in all their endeavors, and at the same time we also commit to them that the Manidham and the team and also the participants will be closely working with them in this process. Thank you very much. Then I request, I just hand over the stage to the speakers. Please.
So, dear friends, Hello everyone. Yes. First of all, good morning to everyone. Today, when we are here in the beautiful spiritual city of Trichy, I believe that energy is beyond time and space. What I am saying, energy is beyond time and I can hear my also there is distance. Yeah.
It's clear.
So energy is beyond time and space. I will be talking this slow so everybody can note down or they can relate. Why I am saying this? Because exactly 1.5 months back, we had arranged a conclave in my hometown, Nashik, where all the team members of PEM were present in presence of our Guru, Dr. Mahesh Gandhi sir, entire family, Gandhi family, and Dr. Priya messaged me 2 numbers, and the name were Mr. Sivanathan sir and Mr. Sarvanan. And when I called, I could see that that listening years of homeopath and humbleness. And can you believe all the way from Trichy they came to Mumbai and from Mumbai to Nashik? And that entire presence of there with the team, with Gandhi sir, with the members of PEM, really made something happen. Something churned. And that is called that energy. And it is not something which was planned. It is called as a happening. What is called? It is called a happening. It was meant. And in the evening hours when we were sitting and discussing, me and Priya were sitting just besides. You can imagine, na, as a homeopath, and sir sitting, and he suddenly said that Dr. Priya is the chief minister for Trichy now. Imagine for the learning process of me. I believe that the local vernacular language is the best means to connect with the souls of the world. And why is it beyond time and space? Because it is the Priyavada's hometown. Her father, grandfather belonged to this Trichy. And this was meant. This is the first time that she has come to Trichy. Can you believe this? And that's what I call it is beyond time and space. Everything is meant and everything is happening. But what we require is the trust. And the trust that we are followers and all will happen in its own pattern, in its own way, is itself a journey which can't be planned. And so we are the part of the journey.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
We are not the homeopaths. We are the students of homeopathy. The word should be, many people ask me to write degrees. I say, till last breath, we are the students of homeopathy. The day we will make ourselves realize that I'm done, the things will stop. Because the entire idea of PEM is to keep evolving. We have to keep evolving. And every evolving moment, we have to realize what we are. So, sir, yesterday in a brief time,
Yeah.
I could realize your spiritual extent. And you are the chosen cause for this Manidam Seminar. So I would like to have a great round of applause for her. And today, I can have that right because today I am a speaker.
Yes, sir.
We should call them doctors. Don't you feel? Because the prefix doctor is not only meant for knowledge, it is meant for wisdom, it is meant for sacrifice, and it is meant for humanity. So if you see, when I came, I read something very interesting. And I read, promote homeopathy, protect humanity. So these three members, in fact, all the members of Manita are working day and night for the cause of humanity. And those who are working for the cause of humanity, homeopathy will always be at their doors. So we are at your doors.
Thank you, thank you.
Am I right? I always ask, what is your name, sir? Oh my God. I am also V. Vrushmir, so I can call you Mr. V. Can I ask, how can you say your name that is Vitti Chandran? What? On what basis?
Success, the king of victory.
No, but why did you say your name is that? Because it is being given by your parents. That also doesn't belong to us. Margaret. Entire journey we just keep I'm Rushni, I'm a doctor, I'm a homeopath. But actually we are nothing. We are labeled, and that label is something which keeps on making us in a world of ignorance. But I don't believe that's my own identity. And entire life is to understand what I am and what I get to be. So, to begin the journey, I pray God that this hall should fall short, not only for the upcoming homeopaths, not in the form of center, but in the form of delivering entire system of PEM. So, today, it was difficult for us to decide topic, what to teach. But, you won't believe, I decided to present the case right now, which I was not planning. Am I right, please? Last moment when I entered and I got to feel something, I said, this is the case which I should do. Yesterday when I landed and I saw all these, people, I could relate that energy that there is ardent, that spirit, which is, not craving, but which is really waiting for to learn this system of being. Personal evolution, method or model. I request everyone to please sit down there. The thing will happen, what I said is happening. Light will come, the light will go, the AC will get on, the AC will get shut off. Now we will feel the sense. And what Sir rightly said, Dr. Mahesh Gandhi is in our conscience. He is in our consciousness. So he is present right now also. It's not that we are speaking, it's he who is speaking to us. So just we have to feel that presence. Not in a form of only learning, what are we going to teach and what we are going to carry. But it's a process. A process is that which comes out of trust. So I request, this is Sir's message to you, to all of us, that in upcoming days, don't be very much, like PEM is something difficult and we have to learn something. It's a process. And I'm very sure that he has given his daughter, Priya, for you people being available, and the journey is long way to go. I'm very sure. Yesterday, Sarvananda sir was asking me how we look forward for this. I think the journey has begun. When sir has sent us here, the journey has begun. And any journey is long process. So we promise that we are always there with you in entire manner, in entire pattern. And more than me, I am Dr. B. Okay? See this? Don't you believe this? What I said is an energy. Just I believe this. We believe this. How many minutes have happened? See the silence?
Go to my close
Feel it. Feel this silence. You realize the goosebumps on your skin, I'm very sure. It's consciousness. Isn't it peaceful? Today morning when I went to Ganpati Mandir, I was the first to go and he told Sir Aarti karo, do that. Because consciousness. I even had a dhoti. I purchased them. It's a conscious. Pure heart. And I believe when you connect to Guru, things happen. We don't have to struggle. Sir said, we have been struggling 15 years. No. So I say you developed in 15 years.
Yeah.
The struggle what made to bring this day to the fruit. Am I right, dear friends?
Correct.
It's very easy, sorry, to sit here and listen to us. But it's very difficult to build this entire system. And we have to always realize that they are really taking the painstaking effort for you to make this available. So round applause for this paper, please. This is the warmth which makes us work. This is a warmth which takes us moving, keeps us moving. And this called as, what is called as? Surrender. Just surrender. The moment we say, I am doing, things would stop. But things would not be that workable what he expects. Just surrender. And things will happen. In Hindi, I will translate in English. It said when you go to kings, that legacy, you shouldn't ask anything. The reason behind, king wants to give you the ruling area and he asks for the gaddu, means the kukumba. You shouldn't ask what next. It is meant, it will come. Just we have to follow. Okay? So I was speaking of case today, very nice case. And this space is okay? You are understanding? And Priya, I feel that in between you translate Tamil. So this is the case of facial eczema, atopic dermatitis or contact dermatitis, because she used to apply some powders, some creams. She is a chartered accountant, pursuing girl, a student of chartered accountant. And this is the state right now. Can you see this?
Yes.
This is the area. And when she wears the steps, that also causes irritation. This entire area is badly affected. And she was on methylprednisolone, she was given on some lamentazole, then some salicylic acids. But nothing helped out. And fortunately, she turned out to be my brother is also having that financial firm, student. He requested that you go and just see whether it works. And this is how she came. So I asked, is it visible to all? Priya, you have got a mic?
Yeah.
So in between you can, okay. So please, am I always questioning? Sometimes just patient come, do it. Tell me. That's. That energy comes, he is eagerly to tell so many things, but he also doesn't know what he is going to tell. That's the process as well. We should not sit with any format. Now, I'm not against the format, but it is the patient who is going to take us. So the first question is, tell me how can I help you out? That's it. So I asked, what brings you here today? Isn't it a good question? It connects, no? What brings you down today here? Because then, if there is something meaning other than that, then I say, we would have kept meeting each other. We would have been good friends, but there is some cause which has brought us to the clinic. So how can I help you with this? So, doctor, I have been having this rash on my right cheek for almost a month. Means it was intermittent. It used to go again, used to come, it used to go again, used to come. It started as a small dry patch, but now it has spread and burns a lot. The skin feels tight, itchy and rough to touch. Very common symptom, right? Only on the right cheek? Yes, on the right cheek. It gets red and sometimes painful, especially when I'm anxious or after washing my face. Now can you see this? She is directly coming to the emotions. When I'm anxious and when I'm washing my face. And all atopic dermatitis get worse by washing and by application like soap. So I'm not immediately going to rush. Tell me this exactly. If that really holds for us, for her, she's going to come. Am I there? If it's that anxiety bothering her, she is going to take me there. So immediately we shouldn't jump. Patient is talking about anxiety. Not me. Yeah.
You make use of.
Yeah. Okay. So I said, when did it start? Just to keep patient engaged. Around the time my work pressure increased. Now, this bothers. I thought it was just an allergy, but even after changing soaps and creams, it didn't go. Now she is realizing that has nothing to do with washing, but that is to do with my emotions. Got it? Next. And this is important. Now, first slide is very important. That tells us the PM. Skin. Second, anxious of the pressures. Right? And she can't take the pressures. Am I there?
Yes.
Because if she says, I'm okay with the pressures, but she says, I can't take pressures. Indone. What do you feel triggers it? See the general questions. You tell what is affecting you. Pauses. This pause is very important. Pause takes us inside. I remember once sir telling, when you are like this, the patient is in his own world. But we are down, it's introspection. That pause. So she paused. Means now she is going to take us. I feel it worsens whenever I am scolded by my boss. Within 3 minutes, can you believe? That's how the energy process works. What she said? So leave this patch. Importantly, it worsens whenever I am scolded by my boss. It flares up, almost immediately flares up. See the word, what is the word? Flares up. Immediately, Aisa, like this. How many people say, mother scolds me and I start to think? So this is PQR. Hanema said, na PQR is I will tell why we shouldn't tell this as psychosomatic. There is difference between psychosomatic. But this is adherence. It's not working. Yeah. Tell me about your boss. Then she says, she is very dominating, a perfectionist. She shouts for every small mistake. Even when I put my full effort, she finds fault. I'm working as a trainee in a CA firm. It's a part of my articleship, but it feels like a slavery. Are you there? Yes. Is he? I mean, what things came? That she's complaining now like a child. Are you there? Just feel it. She is like a child who is telling, complaining. She scolds me. She's very dominating. She wants everything perfect. This is the inversion. Am I there? Okay. What happens to you when she shouts? What happens? And she starts crying. It feels so humiliating, especially when she scolds me in front of others. I feel completely degraded, as if I'm not a human being, just an object to be used. Like I want to just to please someone. There is no respect. Now, simultaneously, I'm going to teach you something also. You know? How is the phenomenon? Can you imagine? Is it okay? You do this, you do this, you have to do this, you will have to do this. And she says, oh yeah. And this is very humiliating. Now, imagine a teacher scolding a child in front of the class. What will the state? Stand up. I do not know homework. How the child will feel? Exactly same. Am I there? Oh. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I am not thinking immediately elements of the indignation, elements of the mortification, nothing. Now we have to understand what respect means to it, what humiliation means to her. What do you feel inside at that time? And she says, I feel used, insulted and angry. But I can't express it. My throat chokes, my heart beats fast, and I feel heat rising to my face. I want to cry, but I hold it. Can you imagine? The world is whole. She is trying to be in her control. This is experience. She's trying to control her emotions. She wants to like shout, but she can't. She's just holding. In rubric is of pent-up anger. Like state physically, you know. Every time, keep your mouth shut. Don't talk. This is experience. What kind of thoughts come to you then? Thought like, why am I tolerating this? She is having that struggle. Why am I tolerating this humiliation? I'm not meant for it. Am I so worthless? Can you believe this? Now comes the word. Am I meant for this? She abuses me, she humiliates me, and why am I listening? I'm not able to react. Why is she treating me like this? I feel like breaking down. But then I tell myself, you have to bear it because this articleship is compulsory. Can you believe that control mechanism? She wants to control her emotions. Like, you can't, you shouldn't break. It's your articleship. You can't afford. Hold on. Hold on. You can talk in Tamil.
She expression and everything is controlled. Stress, depression, everything is controlled.
Good, controlled. She's not able to express. Anyone now? Yes, ma'am, please. Tamil, you can talk.
அந்த பேஷண்ட் இப்போதைக்கு என்ன நினைக்கிறாங்க அத சொல்லுங்க. இப்போ நீங்க அந்த 4 சென்டென்ஸ்
She feels humiliated. Very nice. So humiliation, insulted, and she's being used up as if somebody using, dominating. And what she was? Slavery. So now first, I don't know how much you know of kingdoms, but still I can ask, what kingdom you can think of? Plant, animal, mineral. Plant, okay. Second, anyone? Then the mineral, and the third, animal. Okay. So I can read this case, okay? Do listen, I will go slow. So she says, now your kingdom will change. Do you feel angry? Yes, intensely angry. But I can't show. I feel trapped. Now it's angry. Like I'm under someone's control. And she does this gesture. Or she does as if I'm under someone's control. But she's talking slavery. I mean, there is someone who is a boss and there is someone who is a slave. Like I'm under someone's control, she decides everything. But when I can eat, when I can leave, when I should talk, it's suffocating. What is suffocating? Like someone has tied the strings around me, tight invisible strings, and she closes her eyes. Now she's into experience. I can't move. I can't breathe freely. It's like I'm bound, restricted, and being commanded at every step. Commanded, do this, do this. I just want to break free, to breathe in open air like I exist on my own. Now tell what kingdom you come.
Animal.
Re dekho. Animal? So I tell don't judge.
Pray.
Pray.
Look at that.
They look at that. This is a play. In just 3 slides, is that easy? But now let me tell you what is her experience, because we are learning PEM, right? Definitely the work done by Dr. Rajan. I had worked Dr. Rajan's book for 2 years. But I couldn't understand what is caught. There is caught in anacardiaceae also. There is caught in euphorbiaceae also. There is caught in bird also. There is caught in animal means like mammals also. Caught and not moved everywhere. Am I right? But now I can understand how to see that caught. So let's see her area. She is, how we see as a PM, as age of development, right? What is age of development? I will be bit short and easy. What is your age, sir? 45. My age is 40. Yours might be 43. Yours might be whatever. That is called a biological age. And there is something inner age. Like a child can be like an adult, and then we take the rubric precautions. Am I right? A child can be very dominating, telling Mama, do this. And there can be a man who can be very childish, clinging to wife. And then, very much like she only decides. But there can be a female who is completely subdued, not able to react. And there can be a woman who is extremely masculine, ruling husband, very common symptom. Moral, there are stages of development. There is something called as a womb, there is called an infancy, there comes what we are here with the womb, right? Inside, then comes the birth, it is infancy, then comes the adult stage, autonomy, controlling the stools, you can't do this, it's wrong, is it easier to shit, go to toilet, toileting, when a child wants to hold autonomy, handle. Then comes childhood. Then the next step is school age. School. Then comes adolescence. You are completely free, you don't want domination, so I don't. And end of the day you have to come back to home. Then comes early adulthood, you start taking responsibilities. Then the middle adulthood, you are responsible. The marriage age, what I am going through. Then comes the late adulthood, and then the old age. Alright? Easy? First is womb. What means? That are your inner stages. That means you have to understand that just the chronological age is not important. The within what is more important. So, क्या लगता है? What do you feel? What she belongs to?
Child.
Child and
Because she gives an indication
yeah.
when I should eat, when I should say. That
See
is
this? Very nice. And second, child and infant.
infant.
Controlling, not to cry, not to cry. I said it's autonomy. What is autonomy? You try to gain the control. Control of the reflexes. On one part, she is feeling completely dominated. Like a teacher scolding a child, don't do this. This is not. Go out. You can't. And another part, no. I have to. No. My dad. Right? Just say Natswamika. All say is very, Natswamika is infant. What is the rubric? Wants to go to school, can't pass the school. Everything gratification, chilla, he holds, he throws the thing. What a child does, infant does, and the nipple is in the mouth. Gratifications. Urges, strong urges. It doesn't have control. Dipsomania, keeps on drinking and then completely falls down in the bed. This is how we see. It belongs to class, look at this. And what is the other part of JCM? Collapse. Natswamika, collapse. Industrious mania, fatigue, lies down in the bed till morning late. Can't handle. And third, ignitia, death, collapse. Will collapse. The child can't handle himself. The toddler, the work. Am I okay? You just give a hand and he will do. This is infancy. Itna ठीक है? चलो. Okay, any difficulty? Slowly I am going, very slowly. Is it okay for you people? Sure. Sir, okay? Yeah. So, where is it? When you say break free, what do you exactly mean? To be independent? What a child wants? I want to hold my own food. I want to be independent. To live life on my own terms, in my own control. I don't want to be what she wants. I want my own control. And see, to feel that I have a control, not someone else. Here is the key. What the Minder will say, I want control. A circle area, want support, design support. And here, someone is controlling and she doesn't know. Am I there? Yes. When I imagine that freedom, I actually feel that the fresh air, like I can finally breathe again. What is free? Caught and free, na? You can think of bird also, air and all this. No. Caught is cool. Anakat is similar to be taste, cool age. Am I right? Stop. Keep quiet. Recess is over. Can you believe this? I'm just trying to imitate. I'm not saying exactly. School also. When you are given disciplines, how to behave, social norms, you can't behave like this, you have to sit like this, do's and don'ts. This is important. Okay? We are going to teach in short the stages, and I believe one day is going to be very short to explain everything. Just see openly how the reflection of ages come in the scriptures. Okay? Has she always treated you this way? From the beginning. At first I thought she was strict because I was new. Because I was new. When you go to the third standard, the first teacher seems very tough. And then you said she's good teacher. But later I realized she behaves like this with everyone. She makes me do extrovert. If one person errands, typing her personal image, arranging her files, staying late night, and this is I call it very small. She's slim, na? Chal, take this, go. Entire day she's been made work. Go. Can you relate? Is it okay? Any difficulty? How do you manage? I just keep working, doctor. I try to satisfy her in every possible way. You have not done good homework. Teacher, I really studied good yesterday night. No, you didn't do well. Teacher, I did it. And she is extremely, you see, before exam she gets fevers. Come, it will come. I redo the work again and just to make her happy. Sister, please. But nothing is enough. It drains me. See the word, it drains me. Next topic, what happens? Drains. Am I right? Drains. I go home exhausted, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Next. What goes in your mind during such days? I feel like a अभी आ गए एनिमल सबको. How many say it's still a plant? Any doubt? Someone else is controlling every move. Sometimes I even question the meaning of life. Why am I doing all this thing? It feels meaningless. As if life is ruled by. Now just see. It's like, wait, sit, go, come. This is the process. This is the experience. No, you can't. Come, sit, go. Feel this. And how is the child? Oh my God, again. Oh my God. No. Go. This is the process. Do you ever try to talk back or explain? Because this is complex. You can't retaliate. No? She's not able to retaliate. What is it? No, I can't do. Come, take this resignation, I will go. She's not that sort. What is it? She's bearing it. She's what he said, she's a prey. She's not something who is going to throw. So she's a sufferer. No, I can't. I am scared of confrontation. I have seen how she humiliates others who answer back. Teacher said, don't answer back. Go home, write it 10 times. Am I right? So she's afraid. No, I can't. She uses sharp cutting words. You are useless. You will never become a CA. Those words stay in my mind for days. Are you there? How do you feel when she says that? It pierces, doctor, and she does the gesture. It pierces. It feels like she's crushing my word. This is a time the ego wants to confront the society. Keep your mouth shut. You don't understand. Go. I want my right to express. No, you can't. What is ego? You for the society. So school age is when you start dealing with the society. Stand properly, they are watching you. No. And then, are you there? Is it okay? Just feel it. This case is very easy. If I explain immediately now, then you know the remedy. The remedy is very easy. Okay. Who said? Someone said. Someone said something.
We are scared of you, that's why they are not saying.
I just swallow everything and keep working. See this? See this? I want to scream to say I am not useless, but my voice doesn't come out. I just swallow everything and keep working. I cry in washroom. Autonomy है कि नहीं? explaining at a school. Can't. I can't. And what is the rubric for nuts forming the purgatives? Everything is so tight to hold on, control. Another time, boom. Next. How are you in relationship with your parents? They are very strict. School age में क्या होता है? Parents, don't do this, don't do that. You shouldn't do this. Study properly. Am I there? My both parents are disciplined and expect the same from me. Now she is going to see everything that through that eyes. Her boss is very strict. Her parents are very strict. Are they strict or she is vulnerable? What do you feel? Clear? Is he? Yeah. They have always told me to work hard and never argue. Same she is doing with the boss. Working, and she is not able to argue. I have been studious since childhood. I have used to score very well, almost among the top. And now after repeated exam failures, I am shattered. I study day and night, but can't clear my C exam. It's been 2 attempts. I feel disappointed. Like I'm losing my own identity. Just be with it. Now, what she is of identity? She is not able to express. She feels useless. She feels worthless. She is not able to react. She feels being controlled. She feels being dominated. As if carried by the strings. She is a pleaser. She feels she is being humiliated. She feels she is being used up just like a slave. What effect do these failures have on you? It breaks me from inside. I keep thinking I'm disappointed. Everyone. That's the age when you try to score good marks. Very good. You did very good. But why do you lose 2 marks in maths? You must study well next time. Yes. Can you believe? Just 2 attempts in CA is not a big deal. But then she is afraid what my parents will think. I am someone, this is just big. I feel tense, sleepless and my confidence goes down. Very common. You know, I always tell the children who pass their urine, waiting, these are the adult stage, now they can't control. Think now for the stage B. The child is of 9 years, right? His age, biological age is school age. But he's just passing urine in a bed. No autonomy. This is therapeutics of people to see in a controlled manner. Thoda bhi not perfect. And then comes the King series, all platina, heavy metals, plumbum. He was telling yesterday, tungsten. To directly penetrate someone's other's ego. Who are you? Shut up! Platina is shuns away, get out. King series. And then comes radioactivity. When the entire universe belongs. I am the Ravana. Entire number. So from no ego to super ego. And when the radioactive breaks, which is the atom that forms is hydrogen. Complete the cycle. Can I have water, please?
Yes.
Interesting? Okay, sir. She is going to explain this remedy. I am tired. She is going to explain this. So this in this case, even this happens in class, I will teach because I don't want to conclude. That subclass 1, subclass 2, subclass 3, I will explain. Okay, sure. Now comes this patient is vulnerable. She feels she is being dominated, she feels she is being used, she is being completely controlled. So me versus other is, I mean, here you can think? No. Right? इतना ठीक है? ट्रैप बांध के रखो, sit down, tell a dog, keep quiet, no move, good boy. Now you relate. Yes. I'm just seeing how to see, how the PEM see. And then you said very good one, good one. Keep quiet. And then so I feel trapped between the duty and the self-respect, duality. Should I be pleasing or should I be surrendering? Am I meant for being performance or should I just keep on suffering? Should I be to the mark or should I be giving up? This is the thing. Am I right? In a team, she is calm. Another part can't move. Strings tight. What is string tight? If I tie this girl, won't move. And moment she will this is cool. Right and wrong. Me and the society. Me and when you define the boundary. This is the age when you define your boundaries. I am Rushni. So that you behave good. You appreciate it. What is appreciation? What is appreciation? Sense of home. I did good. End of the session, if you say, sir, kuch samjha nahi, I didn't understand. What I feel, oh my God, I failed. Am I right? But you say, sir, very nice. Do come. I said, wow, I did something. Now the money thought people know me. I did. This ego development, ego for. So entire PEM is from no ego, developing ego and dissolving ego. What? Ego does. Entire cycle now, in a boom I said, borax I said, no, nothing. What is the rubric of borax? Startling. It is the first impulse in the uterus. Thunderstorm, crackers. So all primitives in the womb are very reflexive. They work with reflexes. The neural system is not developed. You just do child born. And you do bahut hua aurum is this is what I'm trying to explain. Just see what is the age of development. This is a child. Is she much mature or she's too much like an old man? Sometimes a child comes to the clinic and he is being brought with some palsy or what you call as a cerebral palsy, and the child, it can be old age or it can be infancy. Both are taken care. Old age is also like a child, you need to take care. Paralysis. What is the rubric of Jaisemiya? Paralysis. Am I there? Okay. So where am I?
You're there. What do you long for?
Freedom. To be able to breathe, to work with dignity, to feel that my life belongs to me. I want to live with respect and appreciation, not with fear. A child was appreciation. You did well in exam, you performed well in exam, good. Trophy. I want to feel worthy again. And when you imagine that being free and in control, how does it feel? Peaceful. Like standing on a hilltop, wind touching my face, no one to command me, just me in charge of my. The entire journey is this, to be in control and getting dominated. That's it. That feeling gives me a self-existence. Here we are to create ourselves, to know ourselves. Here we are to realize who I am. And when he says, no, you are not a she-word, go back, you lose it. And the question comes, worth. Who belongs to this age? You are judged by the people, and she is really good in studies, as people. Next. Now you please tell now, I explain now. Now you ask. Hey Tamil, I will just say yeah. Yeah, don't understand. Okay, that's basically what you do.
Okay, so case nana irundha. So what do we think in the thought process? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah.
Sit. Nothing will go wrong. Sit.
கேஸில் வந்து நிறைய ஹியூமிலியேஷன் ஃபீல் இருக்குது, சப்ரஸ் பண்ணுற ஃபீல் இருக்குது, கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணலாங்கிற ஃபீல் இருக்குது. அதே டைமில் நான் வந்து வெளியில் வரணும், ஃப்ரீயாக இருக்கணும், அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு ஃபீலும் இருக்குது. ஸோ ஸ்கூல் ஏஜ்ங்கும் போது ஸ்கூல் படிக்கிற பிள்ளைங்க இந்த மாதிரி இருப்பாங்க, ஸ்ட்ரிக்டாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுவாங்க, இந்த கண்ட்ரோலாக எனக்கு வேணாம்னு ஃபீல் பண்ணுவாங்க. அதுலேருந்து வெளியில் வரணுங்கிற ஒரு ஃபீல் இருக்குது. அதே அளவுக்கு ஒரு ப்ளீஸ் பண்ணணுங்கிற ஒரு ஃபீலும் இருக்குது அவங்கக்கிட்ட. அது வந்து அடங்கி போகிற ஒரு ஃபீல், கண்ட்ரோல்டு ஃபீலும் இருக்குது. ஸோ கேஸ் வந்து ஒரு என்னோட ஐடென்டிட்டி, என்னோட பேரை வந்து காமிக்கணும், ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும், எக்ஸாமில் நல்லா எழுதணும், இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய மிக்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஃபீல்ஸ் வந்து கேஸில் இருக்குது. ஸோ ஒரு ஐடென்டிட்டி ஏரியாவில் ஸ்கூல் ஏஜ் கிட்ட வருவாங்கங்கிற மாதிரியான ஒரு ஃபீல் இருக்குது. கிங்டம் வந்து ஐவன் கிங்டமில் வரலாம். ஸோ
But you understood the ages?
yes, sir.
Just briefly, what ages? How you see this age now? Whatever comes.
Age comes under school age.
Yes.
In school age la varuvanga.
Yeah. Then
And
school and
development evolution வந்து identity issues.
yeah. Let me record this. This is very important. You know? Yeah. Tell me.
Identity நான் வந்து ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும், நான் வந்து என்ன கற்றுக்கணும்,
What do you think of? What I said is ego development. You think?
and stage and also school age is also like
Yes.
school
Very
age.
nice.
So Manjula gave very good answer. Who else is there? Very
Give a round of applause.
Yes. Very
Yeah,
good.
you want to say something, please. Whatever you put in comment, please.
இதில் வந்து என்னன்னா வந்து அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் எல்லாமே வந்து she feels that she's controlled and she wants to be free. அதான் main thing is that is the theme. So she feels that she's controlled and she wants to be free and she's crying separately in bathroom. She's not able to tell openly with her. So she lacks courage.
Very true.
She lacks courage and she is very timid also. So in that angle we can think. So
But when we are talking of these PM's ages, are you able to relate a bit what I told like this school age and infancy? She left the job is going. See, in fact, he is very aware. No one uses someone we are getting used.
I think this mic is better.
Sir, you are not so much audible when you are going that side.
Yeah, use this better.
We need to just hand out.
So now,
Yeah, much better.
see, the entire aspect is to realize there is no one using you and you are not getting used. It's you decide that what you have to do. So I said she left the job was the first sign that she is going to improve. With the teacher, with the minister, with the boss, and everything. Just be observant. I'm telling you, don't get confused. Multi-analysis system is animal because it is survival mechanism. You just can't be unilateral. It is multi-dimensional. Human consciousness, animal consciousness, evolved consciousness. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Shesha, Vamana, Parshuram. A man with two wings, the birds. Matsya, aquatic. Kurma, insects. Varaha and Shesha. Varaha means a terrestrials, no? And comes the Shesha means snakes. Can you see this? Vamana, mammals. Parshurama, man means two wings.
So we can understand even from that
Evolution is less than, we say na Matsya Kuru Varashasha Vamana Pakshu.
So there also there is an evolution. First there is fish, and then there is turtle, then there is.
Our life starts with water and we die with the fire, degeneration. All organs when start degenerating is the fire. Fire burns you. Alright? So elements. Water is emotions. Earth is stability. The entire aspect of mammal is stability. With the agricultural aspect made us to settle what we were discussing yesterday. Man was nomadic, and then there was agricultural era when he started domestication, he started farming. What is farming? Nurture. Am I right? This is nurture. So what is the aspect of mammal? Feed, breast. What is breast? Feed. And what Kate said? They are the nutrition for the primitive animals. We don't take Bonvita, we take mother's milk. One who feeds you is your mother. Masi means what? Ma Jaisi means like a mother. Anyone who is fed like a mother. And father is one who sets the boundaries. Do this, do that. So it is feminine and muscular. So she is in a what state? Acceptance. Whatever is happening. And here comes the paradox. Restricted, bounded, being used, abused, made to work. And then what is missing? Sir, along with the infants and child, which another age she belongs to? Huh?
School age.
Here is school age? School age? I go to see big ground of across to sir, bolo artilodactyla. Again, he said that development, right? But how is his performance?
Yes, where to put that?
Where to put
The defloratum is a doer, keep on doing. Go ma bolte na. He should keep on doing for others and others routine. Morning you wake and then you go and then this entirely working round the clock for the family. Here this is not the case. Here she is a performer.
If she was a defloratum, she would have had no issues with the boss. No issues to give.
She is a nurturer. She is a feeder. She will keep on doing. Yes, sir. Then what is the rubric of defloratum? Obliged to compel the wishes of others submarine, which is like defloratum. Just like Macca.
And if she was a laccan, what she would have done?
She will have, the rubric is desire to please others and others like disgust. What is the rubric of laccan? But delusion, small she is no worth. Delusions of being completely naked. I don't have my worth exposed. Cinderella syndrome is laccan. See, there is so much to teach. But the remedy I will tell what I have given. Open this PPT. नहीं back. क्या दिया? Equine. Oh my God, what is this doing? How many people could come to equine and be lauded? Because we tend to see what we know. Am I right? We don't tend to see what we don't know. We tend to see what we know. Now when you see the chart now, I tell you, you will start seeing so many mammals. And elite will explore mammals. We will explore the things because there are almost 50-60 mammal remedies we prescribe. So much autism is treated with delphinum, ovinum. No, you see, what is ovinum? No brain. Mary had a little lamb, a shepherd सब उन्हीं डायरेक्शन में चलते गले कहते no head है ना all ships going one look there completely identity is wrong Fertory what is Fertory bull can you calculate bull's energy so that there is you see that two parts of Fertory first too much demanding like Nakswamika he is a protector of a family and another completely doer keep on doing like Bryonia this Kolu ka bell na just doing the routinous monotonous task and what is deflorator a mother doing a monotonous task bull hai na agriculture nurture a deflorator may keep on doing do you have food you have a typical Indian woman just doing for family and a male who is having the family responsibilities after death of a father only doing for the family not thinking of one's own self think of family sorry a typical middle class man morning going to an job completely doing meaning coming again no change monotonous because they know only to feed it. Was this in a case? No. The case was of perform. Sorry, I shouldn't say this, but all aphrodisiacs you see horse. You see? All are performers. The sexual act is to perform. And entire have you seen the wars being conducted by ship and boat? You have to fight. You have to give your best. Is a horse race. What is a competition? It's a horse race. Chartered accountant. Now let's see. PM, so much pressure. I have to perform. I can't lose. I have to crack. Perform. Am I right? So this is very nice remedy when there is a pressure to perform. Therapeutics, examination, fun. Writers crabs just like anacardium, like equino, coca. Perform muscles, give the strength, and you fatigue. Am I there? Just be open. Why not lactate? The question will be why not lactate? Here is water and earth. One part of family, what they will think, and what this I have to do. What is job? See the slave, take this money and do it. Earth. Security is Calcaria right now. Earth is Calcaria. Row 4 of a periodic table. But row 3 and row 4 are row 3 and row 4 are mammals. What is row 3? Nurture. And row 4 is earth. One the plant, the animal chart. See that it is not easy to understand the chart in one day. But you start see, you will see. See this. And then comes the school age, infancy, earth, school, equity. Two remedies like asylum and equality. What is asylum? Donkey. Donkey's word. Do what I say. Don't use your brain. And just keep on standing. Arms together. Stubborn. No, do it. They are the burden of beast. Just like a Fertory also. But to understand in a simple equation, let's go to the Main understanding of equilibrium. Then again I will explain the chart and Priya will explain the chart.
Sir, I have a point.
Please.
Now the decision is lack equine. I have certain points to add. If I am wrong, now please correct me. There is an element called molybdenum. There is an element called molybdenum, and most of the horses, especially the war horses, they get wounded. They get wounded, na? They get wounded. From the wound, there is a sticky substance going out.
Very nice.
If you analyze that, it contains of molybdenum. Okay. And in many of the olden days, the industries, the primitive type of industries, the machineries are made, but it is a manually operated sometimes mechanically operated. For those machineries, if they have to perform, they will prepare a grease. That grease is made out of molybdenum.
Molybdenum belongs to which row?
Fourth row.
Earth, iron.
Yeah. So that equinum, I agree. Thank you.
Thank you. And Dr. Priya is also going to teach this chart, not me alone. See, we are not here to introduce everything. Even if you understand what is importance of age, how we see, she's a mammal, we just listen, what is age, school, and how we see also, we repeat. 10 minutes, not more than that. It's so easy for us now. We know the age, we know the kingdom. That's it. Entire practice is on this chart when it's come to animal. Entire another chart is a plant, and third is, that's to you know. What's difficult? You need to study. We need to study. See, Hahnemann 200 something years back had only 30 remedies. And then he said every substance is a curative. Are we really understanding entire nature? There are so many plants, there are so many animals, there are so many things around in our vicinity. Aren't they in consciousness? These are mammals. Exactly in our environment. So aren't we linked with their consciousness? But we only think is we are only going to prescribe kutta, then we will not see the dog, horse, we will not see the donkey. They are also the part of our domestication. Domesticated means not only language. And in fact, I will tell, dog, although we domesticate, is not meant for domestication. Is it lethal? You have to take rabies when it's a bite. Have you seen cow bite? It's some rare, but she is going there. Aggression, all animals is survival. Anyone you pinch, you have to get back. It's survival, na? Bee has to sting, insect has to sting. But domestication comes out of something you have to accept. She accepted the slavery. And so I said in a follow, she left the job. She decided not to be a slave. Are you there? That itself is healing process. She decided this job is not meant for me. Why she is like that? This is the first change which is making her move. She stuck now as a child. She said, I am not going to move. I am going to do it. Who is she to rule? So when you understand inner age, you know how sensitive that age and what can be the sensitivities of that age. And what can be the organs? in the wall. So the horse is a sign of power and strength. What you use? Horseshoe power. Sir, engineering is not good subject to, but everything is horse. And if you see the rubrics, this is a rubric, I will show you. Only remedy coming through the repertory is Latin. Have you got repertory? I can show. There is a rubric, my delusion performance, Howard doesn't performance well at the job. Only remedy is left. Poor job performance. I'm not doing that, I'm not doing that shit. See these IT engineers in Pune, they are paid to perform now. In the night they are doing chronic fatigue syndrome. Keep on, adrenaline. What is horse? Adrenaline. Good. And what is opposite? Fatigue. And the main rubric also is convergence. You know what happens? When the horse is being run, they are made so sensitive with the stick, just they do like that, the horse are running. And time comes, he starts getting completely crazy. Slightest touch will make a horse crazy. And the only treatment is to tie that horse with the two other horses. To control it. It's not easy to understand. So the horse stands the symbol of strength, of power, and to perform. And what is the performing agent in the muscle? Fatigue. She says you will get tired. When you overdo, you have to get tired. Drained. But that is not only the one, it is a school age. See the children today are made to perform right at the age of 3rd standard. When your mother is seeing a marksheet, perform. So this remedy is really indicated that you are made to perform. Now it's easy now. You will not think only silicia. You will not think gelsemium. You start seeing inquiry. All performances are school. Meaning, when you choose to perform, it's like a palladium. It is a performance at the chosen level. It is not school age. But concern comes, see what is the school age. So who told, how many were accepting school age? Raise your hands. When I was teaching, how many said it was, you are understanding school age? How many people were convinced? When I was teaching, how many understood it is a school age and infancy? Can you raise your hands? Other people could understand? I will tell you. It is not to see only the mammal. It is to see what age it belongs to. And then, our sir said, Archaeodactyla. Some said laccan. We only know that mammals from rubrics point of view. We only know that mammal, that when it comes to mammals, it is laccan. But now there are so many mammals which we can see through our chart. Can you just click the chart? Yeah. Yes, this chart. So, Lagomorpha, Archaeodactyla, Equidae, we have got so many nice cases of like Camelinum, like Giraffinum, then rhinos, like elephants. See, elephants, adults. They are the one who made the survival existence. Then comes there, here, predators, cats, canidae, hyenas, cheetahs, fox, and lion series. They are the kings. They are the stressor. Yours ask questions, answer. They are the people who are the go-getters. She is dependent. She's completely dependent. So while understanding the mammal, we need to understand what is the age of the development. If she's completely, I said, the lack ovianum, lack ovis means shape. They will give your remedy and then they are going to have sorry. So now the entire question, entire answer question goes how to differentiate labs. Okay? Just bring it to that PPT. He is going to be online at 4 o'clock and he is going to inaugurate this hall also. And there is some surprise also. Just, I'm going to be fast.
One important thing, horses, when they are done with their life, they are converted into glue. So that uselessness
Yes.
is the other side. They are converted into glue.
So you pierce, see what is he piercing? You pierce the nail just to make them workable. You have to run. Naal bolte na, what you call it? Horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
Yes. You see?
Ladder.
And that you have to, and you have to accept just piercing and they die of tetany. You know this? And Kane says, if a horse have got tetany, give hypericum. Hypericum belongs to Dillinidae, nurturing line, first column, womb, Thea sinensis, and hypericum. I will tell you. Okay? So first the mammals. Is a direct line? No. First line, no? Third line.
Yes.
Like equine, horse, milk, potency, living, general nurture. Usually African children who are sensitive, delicate, emotionally dependent. You are a mammal, domesticated, you have to depend. Often timid, sensitive, oversensitive to school age. Criticism comes at school age. Thoda dekho, just listen to these words. Don't get frustrated. It is very easy, I can tell you. You will say, ye school and no. What is criticism? How I am for the others who didn't do well. So it is critic. She is very sensitive to what others will say. She is sensitive to criticism of bosses. Not right. Can be anxious. Digestive system, nurturing line, or digestive issue. Now when there are too much nurture, abdominal problem, you will directly come to nurturing line, which is delineates in plants. Just listen, mammals in animals, birds, and nectrum line. Am I right? Nectrum line. Easy. Nectrum initiates eating dough well, nectrum phosphorus, only sulfur is this. All other initiate, silicium, wheat, delicate, alumina, completely lithium initiated, mac, tuberculosis, white stools, diarrhea in infants who are not fed well, and nectrum more. Nectrum, you all know, lean, thin neck with all emaciations. See this, proper nurture. Nurture. If you are not, so you get so many vitamins, you don't absorb. Absorptions and the constitutions. Feels, see, dependence feels weak without care, need to be nurtured. Fear and anxiety about health, family, may feel abandoned easily, just like black moon. All your sense of existence, my family, I belong to a family, I am Rushnit Saudagar. Rushnit for Saudagar and Saudagar for Rushnit. It's a family. She had a very strict father and parents. What was it to perform? Do it. Do it. Mood. Melancholy dreams. Physical symptomatic dilations. And see this? Appearance. How I appear for the society. You said very right. You said very right. So everything fits. But if you are not ready to see, if not you, anybody, you will not explore this. I'm not saying now I'm going to show the rubrics also. Just give me some 5 minutes. And see, especially in children, slow growth in some cases, growth is very important. We have nurture when. And see these people gaining weight when they get strength. You are metabolistically weak enough, you perform, you next you. Next. See this, Baba. From neglect, scolding, and lack of affection, emotional stress, being overworked or feeling used, certain foods and sweet, admiration, tender care, love, reassurance, warm affection, support environment. See this? A discouraged child. That's it. One word to explain equanimity is discouraged child. The child is made to perform. Do it, do it. Mama, I did, I studied now. Why do you like it? What marks? Think. Think. See this? Emotionally restricted. And see, open gives when scolded or feels. I have not written these notes. I have not written these notes. Read between the lines. It's not that something is just we are making chaotic. Everything has to fit. Next. Pulsatilla, water, emotionally dependent, calcaria line, row 4, and lack humanum, mammal, khatam. Human milk, me for others and others for me. But like humanum, have you seen movie that Lagan? Amir Khan's movie or not? Okay. What is like humanum? I am doing for family, and when I was required, family was not there. A person, a younger but a familiar person is doing for all the members of the family and all grows. And there come times when he has to get a daughter married and he asks, are you all of them? And all, refuses to help. That is that. I did so much for my family and when I was in need, nobody turned up. That's that. That's colostrum also. Colostrum is very nice remedy when the child is kept in incubator. Not only nectar, colostrum. And devoid of nurture, that is matridol remedies. Next. This is Nana. We thought. See this? Restriction, feeling trapped. Desire for space, freedom, relief of obligation, emotional suffocation, as if life of freedom is being restrained. See this? Confined, restricted and tied down. Weakness and sensitivity. Low tolerance to external stresses. Is it okay? Now I request Priya to explain a chart and some themes of chart also. We are going to play both. It's not me alone. You are learning. If you are not asking, you won't learn. What is the entire idea to be here is trying to see something new with the same different patterns. Same different patterns mean what? All are similar, but the difference is there. There is difference between lack asylum, lack equalum, so you lack asylum is heavy-headed, I can't use my head. Head belongs to another. Work the way we want. And equilibrium, work and only work and perform. That performance. One is overmade without using head, and one is only made to perform. Second part, what is difference between defloratum and Feltowny? Defloratum is feminine, just doing and doing and doing. And Feltowny is a masculine of Kali, much doer in a monotonous. So all will be differentiated. Okay? Three. Like Capernaum, I have also been this law of section. Like Capernaum is what is Capernaum goat? What is made Balika Bakra? I was nowhere and I was been completely shifted. But that is very good to teach. First, understand the common remedies. Common remedies like equinum, asinum, so much required. You see the people working in metropolitan cities that have no space. The entire day is working. The targets are given this. One of the big person of company person made a statement. The young generation shouldn't rest. They shouldn't take the breaks. Just keep on working.
Infosys.
I just avoided. I just avoided. You see, you are not meant to sleep. Come work. पैसा चाहिए ना? हाँ? चाहिए चल काम कर. रात को सोने का नहीं. This is the statement. What do you expect? What if it is said wrong? And what is the common statement coffee? The main theme of coffee academics. Coffee academics.
Because I drank it.
And what is coffee? Ideas.
Ideas, thoughts.
Thoughts and stimulant. And what is the main rubric of coffee? Overloaded with ideas. Can't sleep. And another is the raw nerves. You nerve fatigue, tell coffee, the caffeine. Stimulant, desire, equilibrium. I'm going to see we are here. Sorry, I'm not boasting here, but daily practice in 90 to 100 patients. We can't afford to sit and take 1 hour case. It's a batting on a field, 6 hours, 90 patients, we will have to prescribe. And the cases, what we give all renal dialysis, cancer. So what you found in cancer? He said, what an idiot you are, I'm having cancer. But see, breast cancer, so much in women's, only doing. And another part, if you see, the cyclam is also very commonly required. What is we call as a sexual indulgence. Animal sexuality has to come. So all mammals are also very sexual. So I said, if you see a hydra, there is a horse. Because it's a very nice remedy with a erectile dysfunction. This is the therapeutics you have to understand. Performance, you get nervous, honeymoon nervousness, don't give. I'm trying to say that is a state. And what is the remedy in honeymoon pilot is? Stealthy, khata. First penetration, crossing the boundaries. समझ में आ रहा है ना? चलो. Priya, please.
Okay. So I learned so that I can point. You can look at the chart and I'm not in the way. So this whole chart is the Mahesh Gandhi animal chart. Okay? So all our remedies what all are there in our Materia Medica have been put in a very nice way on this animal chart. What are the uses for us? One is we understand where a remedy is placed. First of all, the chart is divided into 2 parts, invertebrates and vertebrates. Okay? So when the patient is sitting in front of you, if you have clear indications that the patient belongs to invertebrate, what happens? 50% of the chart, you need not look at this chart at all. Okay? Then, and even if you repertorize, and if you get in your equatorial totality, if you get remedies, you need not look at the vertebrate remedies at all. You can focus completely on the invertebrate remedies. Okay? In that, what he has done very brilliantly is put all the elements also. Okay? Water, earth, fire. These are the elements which are predominantly seen. The main important elements which you will see in your patient in the case will have this. So, if you come, for instance, to invertebrates, already 50% of the chart is taken out. In that, if you can see very clearly that that person has fire issues, you only need to look at whether it is a fire issue of the mollusk part, fire issue of the insect part, or whether it is something here. Okay? Also, you will see that here also the elements are placed: water, earth and fire, air and fire. This also means that as we look at the inner ages, if we are seeing a lot of hiding, lot of emotions in an invertebrate remedy, then we can understand that we are looking at water, and we look only at the first column then. Okay? It is even before mollusk. We know most of the mollusk remedies. Okay? So for instance, here in Porifera we know sponges. So Spongia is here, Corallium is here, okay? Asterias rubens is here. There are many worm remedies. Okay? Earthworm is there, then leech is there. They are the segmented worms, they are here. So something which is very, very early, the patient when they speak to us, they are so lost, so bewildered, so confused. At the same time, we can see very clearly that animal themes are there, and we will not go beyond Porifera. In that Porifera, then there is further inner ages. Based on that, we can understand which remedy it could be. Okay, is it a medusa, which is a very important remedy? Is it somewhere here like sponges, like spongia, or could it be echinodermata? Echinodermata is again more developed in this column itself. So up to down again there is increasing level of development. Like the Nidaria, which have stinging cells, are more developed than the Porifera. Porifera is just a tube of cells. Nidaria has Cnidaria or Nidaria, what they have developed stinging cells. So that is the evolution in that itself. So this not only it takes care of the evolution per se of the animal kingdom, but also evolution within the columns is top to down. Less the air vault and less in the evolutionary our chart, and then more evolved in that.
Just like in net, if you see in a mineral, sorry to interrupt, in the we say nectrum, then we come to Kali, and then we go to the before ECM के पहले क्या है? The fifth में बराटा के is
Scandium.
Scandium. नहीं. Nectrum, then comes the Kali. First is the Blidium, Hydrogen. You see that they go on development, but still they are weak. Am I there? And there comes the issue if the nectrum is so weak, but he is nurturally weak. Kali, security wise weak. That way it goes. So in the chart also when you go to Porifera and you come down, they are going to be weak, but still they are developing. This is how we are going to see. See this chart, what she is going to explain is just the idea. It's not that we are going to learn it by today, but it is a development within it. If you we go to second column of the periodic table, there we see the beryllium, then comes the magnesium, and then comes the calcaria. So they are also again dependent, but as you go within, downwards they are developing. One is completely in the womb, one is into nurture, one is into security, one is into the performance, and one into the responsibility, which is Baraita. So Baraita, we have seen cases are very strong, but when they come to action, they are completely. Are you there? Calcaria's rubric is knees are weak, heels are weak. This you have to stand, na? Weak ankle, spraining ankle. And what is the delusion of Barataka? Knees cut off. Where you have to be now responsible. So, and what is Kali in the back? Even can't erect. You have to support. So this is how you have to see they are going to be weak. But with respect to what Dr. Priya said, the issues. So she is trying to say porifera is weak, cinerea is weak, worms are weak. But as you go down, they are tougher than the initial. Okay? Come to more.
So when we look at invertebrate, what we see that they don't have a vertebral column. Okay? And vertebrates here, all these remedies have a vertebral column. What does a vertebral column give? Vertebral column, because of that you are standing upright, you are not on the ground. You are standing, you are more available in the world, you have more resources, you are stronger. So here this inherent weakness, softness. Mollusk, if you see column 2, mollusk itself means soft. Okay? So they are very soft, very small things will aggravate them. Even if they hear that somebody is in the hospital, they have had an injection, this mollusk will have an anxiety and a panic attack. So when we are looking at somebody, we say, when we are discussing, we say, are they early or are they well developed? So we begin with our questions like that after the case. If they say patient seems early, so then this part of the entire chart is what we focus on. So this girl in today's case, you can see that she had quite a bit of resources, no? She has resources in the world. She is definitely, although she is suppressed or repressed, she has resources in the world. She is studying to be a CA. She is doing her articleship. She is not able to deal with the challenges. Okay? So if this same thing, if a predator would have been there, they would have found a way to manage this boss also. So this column will have little bit more resources than this column. Okay? But if this column completely, you will not make a mistake. You will not. None of you said that this feels like to me in today's case in the morning. Nobody said it feels like oyster. You see, everybody came here and they said it seems like Kennets. It seems like Lacan. Because Lacan is the prototype of what we understand. Okay? So then if we go to column 3, so what happens? Life begins in the ocean. Life begins in the womb. It begins in water. What happens in column 3? Here you can see in column 2, first they are the bivalves. Then they slowly become a little bit more evolved, they become gastropods. And here the cephalopods are the most evolved of the mollusks. Cephalopods has remedies like octopus, squid. You see, they are not tethered. This bivalve.
So generally what we see, we get a lot of daughters-in-law who are tortured. Case 1 also, there was a tortured girl. Okay, so now this is a 70-year-old lady who is tortured by her daughter-in-law. I just said, let me bring something like a, in Uno you have a reverse Uno, where all the rules then they change. So this is something like that. So she came with complaints of acidity. Okay. So already what is there in the first sentence itself, there is acidity, which is which element?
Fire.
Wow.
Clear? Fire element. Okay? She shows the middle of the chest. There is lots of burning. Okay? There is frequent passing of stools. Lot of urge, small quantity of stool is passed. Also hands are very swollen. Both the hands since 1 week. It's a pre-existing problem, but since the last 1 week it is very much swollen. Okay? And I saw that her jaws are really tense. She's holding her teeth like that. Really pent up, really angry also. So fire element then becomes double fire element. Very, very angry. I can make out her eyes are like that. Her eyes are red rimmed. So red rimmed is sign of okay, and cracks at the corner of the mouth. So generally redness of the eyes. Again there is congestion. Again there is a lot of fire element there also. Okay. So you can see that there is more and more fire element. So I said, what is happening? So she says, since the last 1 week, things are really bad. I tried isolating நான் ரொம்ப தனியா வச்சுக்க பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன், but என்னால முடியல. So she's a South Indian patient also. And she's given this entire case in Tamil to me, and I have translated into English. Now I am retranslating it back into Tamil. She says, I'm very worried. Contamination ஏதாவது ஆயிடக்கூடாது. So there's a very strong fear and anxiety that there should be no contamination. So I'm just letting her talk because I need to understand what is happening. So she says, I'm not allowed to even switch on the washing machine to wash my own clothes. So her daughter-in-law has said, nee washing machine la kai vechina na enna paduven pa. This is her experience. So now we cannot go into the house and ask the daughter-in-law, did you say this or did you not say this? But this is what she's telling me, and I have just written it like. Okay? So she said, I have been using detergent to wash clothes with my own hands and see what has happened to my hands. And she shows me. There is no itching, the skin is swollen, it is red. Okay? Hands are also hot and red. Okay? So far are you with me? Okay. So I said, என்ன இருக்கு எனக்கு வாஷிங் மிஷின் பத்தி புரியல, நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்க, கொஞ்சம் விவரமா சொல்லுங்க. Tell me a little bit better, tell me deeply, explain yourself, so that I don't want to put anything from my head into that. She says, நான் ரொம்ப எமோஷனலா இருக்கிற பர்சன், ரொம்ப எமோஷனல், எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் திங்க் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கேன் நான். Okay, so I'm thinking a lot. Okay, so you can see that the mind is also being overused, very emotional, very angry, holding her hands like this, jaws are clenched, eyes are red, they're staring. You can see this state that she is in. She said, நான் வந்து தனியா இருக்கலாமா பார்க்குறேன், பட் இந்த ஏஜ்ல என்னால் அப்படி தனியா இருக்க முடியுமா இல்லையா எனக்கு தெரியாது. I'm trying to see if I can stay alone by myself, but I don't know at this age if I can. How will I manage? நான் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்ணுவேன்? So her husband has died 3 months ago. Okay? So you can see that she is grieving also. So that could be some reason why the eyes are red. The situation is there with her daughter-in-law also. So she's somehow trying to manage, but it becomes too much and then she comes. She says, since my husband has died, things have become really worse since then. So she says, issue with daughter-in-law was always there. எப்பயும் வந்து எங்களோட ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் அவ்வளோ ஒன்றும் நல்லா இருக்கல முன்னாடியிலேருந்தே. But now, as long as husband was there, he was keeping a balance between us. So what husband would do that if she came to fight or something, he would speak very calmly, ரொம்ப அமைதியா இருக்கிற மாதிரி, he would speak to her, he would sort out things so that they both don't end up, so we can understand that she's also she's not the calm type. Okay? So that much anger is there in her. So you can see the difference between case 1 and case 2 today. So she says, now there is no one. I don't know what will happen. I'm always எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் சண்டை தான் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு எங்களோட. She's constantly arguing with her daughter-in-law in the house. Okay? There is no peace at home. She is not balanced. Who is not balanced? But what she is seeing, that daughter-in-law is not balanced. Okay? Krishna, she is not balanced. I don't know. எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் சண்டை போட்டுட்டு இருக்கோம் நாங்கள் ஆத்துல. Okay? So still she hasn't told me anything about the washing machine, nothing. She's just giving the background that husband has died, constant fights are there. அவர் இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் அவர் எங்களை நடுவில் வந்து மேனேஜ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தார், அமைதியாக எல்லாம் இருந்தது. அவர் போனது இப்போ தான் போயிருக்கார், அதுவும் எனக்கு பெரிய சேஞ்ச். So after the husband has died, they brought her to the son's house and the son has said, you stay here now. So that things have become worse. Okay? So I said, oh, அப்படியா என்னாச்சு? She said, மாமா அவ வந்து working girl. பாத்ரூம்ல தனியா உட்காந்துட்டேன். இந்த டிவி கூட பார்க்க விடுறது இல்லை, வாஷிங் மிஷின்ல கறி வைக்க கூட விடுறது இல்லை. என்னால அவளுக்கு ப்ராப்ளம். At the end of the day, she is disappointed in me, and she has begun hitting and kicking me. Now we have to take this with a grain of salt. We have to say, okay, she's saying, let us write it down. We have no way of finding out is this really happening, but this is her experience, that the fights are such that she feels any time now that the daughter-in-law will hit and kick me. Anytime, any moment now she will do this. So she's saying, Adichi and Torathu Baki, she's doing everything else. This is her experience, what she's feeling. She says, is it okay? Na inga poven. Enna society la nalla per irukku. So you see the society has come into it now. Okay? But now, because of her age also, we have to understand that she may say one thing, then she may say another. But if ellame vandu contaminate ana mari irukku, enakku enna சாப்பிடணும் கூட தோன்றது இல்லை. எனக்கு என்ன சாப்பிடணும், என்ன அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும் எனக்கு ஒன்றும் புரியல. ஐ டோன்ட் நோ வாட் டு ஈட், ஐ டோன்ட் நோ வாட் டு அவாய்ட். வாங்கி போட்டாலும் என்னால் வந்து முழுங்க முடியறது இல்லை. ஸோ ஷீ இஸ் அண்டர் so much adrenaline response that fight and flight is so much in her, activated constantly all the time, that there is acidity and she can't even swallow. That much adrenaline is there in her. Lot of saliva is there, okay, but she cannot drink water. Even water she is not able to swallow. Okay, even water is very tough for her to eat. Food is very difficult because she doesn't know what to eat, what not to eat, what would be contaminated. She doesn't know. And na urga saapidalama, enakku ivla acidity irukku but ana urga saapidalama, she asks. Okay, so I said, okay, yes you can, உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சா நீங்க சாப்பிடுங்க. So I said, முதல்ல சொல்லுங்க கொஞ்சம், let me understand better. She said, இந்த வருஷம் தான் எல்லாமே இன்னும் ரொம்ப மோசமாயிடுது அவர் போனதுலேருந்து, since my husband passed away. எப்போ எந்த க்ஷணம் என்ன வந்து வெளியிலேருந்து அவர் வந்து மாட்டுப்பண்ண என்ன துரத்து விட எனக்கு தெரியாது. Any moment she can just throw me out of the house. This is my feeling constantly. So since the husband has died, since 3 months the son has brought her here, but the situation has become bad. She's also grieving. Lot of maternal is there, lot of the uriaticum part where she's so angry is also there in her. But any time this daughter-in-law will just kick me and throw me out of the house. This is her feeling. Enga ukkaruvena, na enga saapiduvena, enga thoonguvena. So you see, she can become homeless at any point of time at her age. How much panic it must be giving her. She says, அவர் இருக்கிறது கொஞ்சமான பீஸ் ஆஃப் மைண்ட் இருந்தது. 3 மாசத்துலேருந்து எனக்கு ஒன்றுமே இல்லை, எனக்கு தூக்கம் இல்லை, எனக்கு ஒன்றுமே புரிய மாட்டேங்கிறது, அவ்வளோ ஆங்ஸைட்டி, அவ்வளோ கவலையாக இருப்பேன். ஸோ ஐ செட், என்ன என்று கொடுக்குற உங்களுக்கு என்ன மனசுக்குள்ள என்ன நடந்துருக்கு, வாட் இஸ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இன்சைட், பிகாஸ் வி வாண்ட் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் த அவுட்டர் ஸ்டோரி இஸ் தேர், பட் த இன்னர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். தட்ஸ் வாட் வி பிரிஸ்கிரைப். She says, நான் ஏன் இருக்கேன், நான் கூட போயிருக்கலாமே, why am I alive? And then she's so angry even when she's talking. She said, I have a lot of affection for the family. எனக்கு அவளை விட்டா என்னால் இருக்க முடியாது, பட் நான் எப்படி என்ன பண்ணுறது எனக்கு புரியல. Okay, so you can see her state is very pent up. Okay, very frustrated, very angry, very pent up. The emotions are all boiling point inside her. She doesn't know how to manage, what to do. The situation is like that. So I said, okay, tell me, because then we have to take what she gives. I said, okay, tell me about the love for your family. எனக்கு அவளை விட்டா என்னால் இருக்க முடியாது. So I said, அதை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க. She says, I was born, automatically she went into her childhood. So this is a good space, because we say, tell your nature in childhood. She automatically went into childhood. She says, I was born with 7 brothers, no sisters. She is the only daughter in that family. I had to always adjust. நான் எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் அவளுக்கு சாப்பாடு கொடுத்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா தான் எனக்கு சாப்பாடு வரும். So in a big family, she would be always fed last. Always she has to keep quiet. There are 7 brothers because father was very strict. Okay? So now, what is the thing that morning case we have learned, and now what are the common things? Father was very strict means? Which is? Mother was always angry. Okay? So a lady who is running a household, who has 8 children, is she going to be very calm? She's going to be angry. She's going to be irritated. She's going to want to finish her work very fast. But our experience is that Amma eppum kovama irpa. Amma eppum appa eppum strict irpa. Amma eppum kovam padva. Mother was always angry. This is her experience. At 70 years old, she remembers that her mother was always very angry. Okay? So, anger, which element? Scolding, strict, which element? Which age? What she was lacking? That little bit love, care, food is given a little first.
Yeah, you can ask again, please. I want to record this. Please.
So, he wants to record, so answer again, as if you have not heard the question before. So, mother was always angry. Which element? Konja katti solunga. Very good. Father was always very strict. Mother would always scold. Which inner age? School age. School age, my son. Okay. And what she was missing, what she is lacking? Which is which inner age? Which inner age needs? Very good. So, next slide we will tell the remedy again, no? Krishna, they know.
They are trained now.
They are trained. It's interesting. So she said, what does she say? என்ன எப்பயும் வந்து இழந்தமா தான் பேசுவா எப்பயும் என்ன ஒன்றும் அஃபெக்ஷனே கிடையாது அந்த ஆளுல. So what is she lacking? Say a little confidently. What is she lacking? Very good. Now I have only one son. Now after all that she has only one son. Okay? And she is not allowed to meet him. அவனை பார்க்க கூட என்ன விடுறதில்லை, அவனோட பேச என்ன விடுறதில்லை. Who? So what is happening? Somebody is doing something to someone else. Okay. எங்க அம்மாவோட எப்பயும் வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்றதுக்கோ வேலை பண்றதுக்கோ எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கவே பிடிக்காது. பிகாஸ் எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் திட்டிகிட்டே இருப்பா. Her mother had 8 children and a husband and a household to take care. You not be sitting and smiling happily and saying, "Come, my darling, you come to the kitchen, help me." She has lots of things to finish. But she would still do it. She would still be in the kitchen. She would still want at the end of the day somebody to pat on the back and say, "You did a very good job." But her mother had no time for all of that. Because she has to run a household. She is a busy householder. She says, "Ipa enakku ore oru peran da ore oru pulle ore oru peran." அவன் கூட எனக்கு பார்த்துக்கணும்னு ரொம்ப ஆசையாக இருக்கும். குளிப்பாட்டி விட்டு ஊட்டி விட்டு அதெல்லாம் பண்ணணும்னு ரொம்ப ஆசையாக இருக்கு. பட் who is not allowing? Daughter-in-law is not allowing. At least when even to அவனை ஆசையாக வந்து தூக்கிக்கிறதுக்கு கூட அவள் அலோவ் பண்ணுறதில்ல. அவன் இல்லாத போது தான் நான் அந்த இடத்துல போய் அவனை பார்த்து அவனை தூக்கி அவனுக்கு சாப்பாடு ஏதாவது கொடுப்பேன். So this fear which is there, which is inherent in her, is so much that when the daughter-in-law is there, she will not even go and speak to the grandson or pick him up or give him any love and affection. Then she goes back again in time. She says, "When I got married myself, I did everything for the house. Now daughter-in-law doesn't do anything in the house. So what she's doing? She's comparing. Okay? She's comparing herself with her daughter-in-law. அவன் ஏதோ வேலைக்கு போறானா, அவன் ஆத்துல ஒண்ணுமே பண்றதில்ல. Okay? We hear this very often. But see the background in this, how much anger is there. Even if she does something, ஏதாவது பண்ணினாலுமே அது சரியா இருக்கிறது இந்த வேலை. என்ன வேணும்னே என்னை இரிட்டேட் பண்ணுறதுக்காக சில வேலையெல்லாம் பண்ணுவோம். So the daughter-in-law may be doing, may not be doing, but this is her experience. என்ன கோபம் பட வைக்கிறதுக்கே அவ ஏதாவது பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கா. She's purposely making me angry. She's purposely making me irritated. Okay, and then she's holding herself back. Her anger is so much. நான் ஏதாவது பண்ணினாலுமே இது சரியா இல்லை அப்படிங்கிறா. ஸோ நாங்கள் எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் வந்து we are always confrontational. எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் what is the word for confrontational in Tamil? No, like எதிரி எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் நின்றுட்டு இருக்கோம் நாங்கள்.
மோதிக்கிட்டே இருக்கு.
ஸோ நான் என்ன பண்ணினாலுமே அவளுக்கு பிடிக்கிறது இல்லை, அவள் என்ன பண்ணாலுமே எனக்கு வந்து சரியா படுறது இல்லை. நாங்கள் எப்போ பார்த்தாலுமே வந்து சண்டை போடுறதுக்கு ரெடியாக நாங்கள் நின்று இருக்கோங்கிற மாதிரி இருக்குது. தட் இஸ் த அட்மாஸ்பியர் இன் த ஹவுஸ். ஓகே, எனக்கு இப்படியும் தோன்றது, நாங்கள் 2 பேரும் இந்த வீட்டில் அமைதியாக இருந்திருக்கலாமே. நாங்கள் ஒத்துத்தாழ்ந்து இதில் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் லூஸ் பண்ணணுங்கிறது அவசியம் இல்லையே. பட் நான் ஏதாவது சின்ன ஏதாவது இது குறை சொன்னா கூட நான் உடனே வந்து என்ன ஏதாவது பண்ணி விடுறேன் அப்படின்ட்டு ஷீஸ் த்ரெட்டனிங். ஸோ த டாட்டர் இன் லா இஸ் நான் சரி நான் இப்படி பண்ணிவிட்டா அப்படின்ட்டு ஷீஸ் த்ரெட்டனிங். அப்போ நான் என்னால் அவளை ஒன்றுமே சொல்ல முடியறதில்லை. நான் என்னோட ஷீஸ் swallowing all her anger. Okay, so that acidity which is there, okay, which is a fire element, is when in English there is a phrase saying that I cannot stomach this, I am not able to swallow this. Okay, so when you become very indignant, when something happens, நம்மள மீறி யாராவது நம்மள ஏதாவது ரூடா சொன்னா, நம்மள மீறி ஏதாவது நம்மள வந்து கோபம் வர மாதிரி ஏதாவது நம்மளோட டிக்னிட்டியே வந்து over, they say something which we cannot accept, we cannot swallow, which we cannot even stomach it. So the body shows, the body and the mind are one. So how the body shows? It produces acidity. It produces, I can't even swallow this, I can't stomach this, it's very difficult for me to swallow this. How can she speak like this? So this is her situation. She says she becomes out of control. Okay, daughter-in-law becomes out of control, shouting, especially during menses. Okay, so who could be becoming out of control? The patient is becoming out of control. எனக்கு ரொம்ப பயமா இருக்கு, அவ திடீர்னு ஏதாவது பண்ணிட்டானா நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்? ஸோ ஒருவேளை அவருக்கு ஹிஸ்டீரியாங்கிறது இருக்குமோ? And she's asking me because she wants to confirm that she is not overreacting, and it is the entire problem is with the daughter-in-law. And see, we can't now understand is she really out of control, is she really hitting? We have to accept that this is her view of what she thinks that her daughter-in-law is behaving like. Are you there with me? Are you understanding? Could she be going out of control? Is she hysteric? What is hysteria? What is hysteria? Say no. Anybody say? What is hysteria? It originates in the hysteros in the uterus. Okay. Historically, they said that when women behave very irrationally, that means there could be something from the uterus which is causing an imbalance in emotions, and it's a lack of control. Okay, when you become hysteric, when something happens and you're very angry or you're very sad, just getting angry is different. Losing control of oneself and then becoming like crying, laughing. So then what do we say? Get control over yourself, and sometimes we have to hit them or slap them so that they remember where they are and the emotion doesn't overpower them. They don't become hysterical. Means hysteria is a lack of control. Okay? Control is which inner age? So she's asking, could it be that the daughter-in-law is hysterical? Is she hysterical? Do you think she needs some treatment? She's not able to regulate her emotions. அவங்களால எதுவுமே எடுத்துக்க முடியறது இல்லை, ரொம்ப ஓவர் ரியாக்ட் பண்றா. அவங்களுக்கு ஹிஸ்டீரியா இருக்குமோ இன்னும் அவங்களை கூட்டிட்டு வரட்டா, then she wants to ask. So she's not accepting that the problem is with her. that the issue is with her. Then the big thing that women always have, okay? She insists that I don't come into the kitchen, or if I come into the kitchen, as long as husband was alive, he would speak very softly. So what he was doing, he was making sure that she doesn't get angry. He was pacifying. Maybe I will calm her husband. And our puja, karpana, adjust panipar as per the daughter-in-law's cycles, days, all that thing is there with a lot of us. But now she is insisting on coming into the kitchen. How will I manage? This also irritates me. அவங்க கிச்சன் குள்ள வந்தா நான் வெளியில போயிடுறேன். So kitchen becomes a what it becomes? It becomes a territory. So if she comes into the kitchen, I have to leave, and then when she leaves, I enter. So this is how they are doing. It's a small place. The both are not even able to stand side by side and work. They get so angry with each other and they are arguing with each other, and they can get very violent with each other. Okay? Some people are laughing. I think they are recognizing some similar stories. Okay. We cannot be in the same place together. I want to avoid these fights, but enna pandradhu ennalu avoid panna mudiyala. கொஞ்சமா என்னோட கோபத்தை ஏத்திட்டே இருக்கா. She is increasing my anger little by little. எனக்கு ரொம்ப கோபமா இருக்கு உள்ளுக்குள்ள. So again, which element? If we didn't understand the first time and the second time and the third time, fourth time she is saying, I am not able to handle this. கொஞ்சமா என்னோட கோபம் மேல போயிட்டே இருக்கு. என்னால முடியல, I can't handle this. So I said, okay, the fourth time you have told me, tell me about கோபத்தை பத்தி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க. Then what she talks about? When I say talk about the anger, she says, எனக்கு எல்லாமே clean-ஆ இருக்கணும். I need everything clean. Okay? Desiring cleanliness is a very important rubric for also. So something should spark in our head at that time. We don't decide. Especially in the kitchen. What she does, if I give one instruction, she gives the opposite instruction. Okay? She doesn't feed the maids on time. யார்ல யாராவது வேலைக்கு இருந்தானா குழந்தை பார்த்துக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு ஆள் இருக்கு, அவளுக்கு எஸ்பெஷலி அவளுக்கு சாப்பாடு நேரத்துக்கு சரியான நேரத்துக்கு தரவே மாட்டேன். இல்லை ஏதாவது கெட்டு போயிருந்தது அப்படின்னா அவளுக்கு பார்க்காம கொடுத்துடுவான். So for her, this is also again sensitive, no? Feeding that lady on time. You see her sensitive things are all come out, but now she's saying that person is not fed on time. She's talking about herself. So she's not even taking care of that much. She's not even feeding that lady on time. I feel so much pity. So what she does, she eats her own food. She's cooking her own food separately. She doesn't cook what the daughter-in-law cooks. She's always teasing me and poking me. And then எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் போக் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கா. And எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் படுற மாதிரி ஏதாவது சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கா. She's என்ன பார்த்து ஏதாவது கேவலமா ஏதாவது சொல்றா. She's making fun of me. நான் அதுவும் பரவாயில்ல, நான் அதுவும் சும்மா இருக்கேன். I'm okay with even that. I will keep quiet. But suddenly she can get angry. Very angry. She can begin shouting. She doesn't let parent வந்து நான் ஏதாவது ஆசையா பண்ணியிருந்தா அவங்க அதை சாப்பிட விடுறது. She won't let the grandson eat what she makes. And then not just that, she's forcing him to eat fast. சீக்கிரமா சாப்பிடு. And that boy, you know, like children take time. He's 1.5 years old. He takes his time. He's playing. He wants to laugh. He wants to in between people. But she's forcing him. Eat fast. Lot of anger is there inside me. Which time she's saying this now? If we didn't understand the first 4 times, she's again saying 5th time. So the remedy has to have a big aspect of and anger. If we are choosing the remedy which has no anger or lots of water element, will it work? It has to have that tremendous fire element because it is 5 times important to her. 5 plus anger. She said it 5 times. And trying. என்ன பத்தி ஏதாவது கீழே போய் சொல்லிருந்தானா கடையில நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்? Okay? She's very worried. She should have told something about me. என்ன பத்தி ஏதாவது தப்பா சொல்லியிருப்பா. எனக்கு அந்த மாதிரி I have my suspicions. நான் ஏதாவது தப்பா பண்ணிருக்கேன்னு கூட சொல்லிருப்பாளோ, I don't know. She doesn't want to lose face in society. She would have gone and told something. Maybe she says that I am abusing her, that I am insulting her. This is her fear, that abuse can happen, insult can happen, but she's projecting onto the other. So I said, in the connection, because we need her to move past that anger, move past that, to talk about the real things. She says, between the grandson and me, okay, between my son and me, it is very tough when there is a strain between mother and child. So this is a soft hint towards. Speak louder, no?
Yeah.
Fear is constant, okay? So we need a remedy in which fear is constant, and we need a remedy in which the mother-child relationship is very important because she's saying any time she may throw me out of the house, but I am so angry, I don't know what to do, I am helpless. And son may do something to himself if she throws me out of the house, okay? So I am hit from both sides. You see this? Not just scolded, but also hit. And I can be at any time thrown out of the house. If I don't keep quiet, if I pick a fight, any moment, any time. But can she be quiet? Because this daughter-in-law, the experience of the daughter-in-law is, she's constantly poking me. She's constantly making me angry. She's constantly irritating me. But if she throws me out, I don't know where I will be. So she's stuck, tortured constantly, poked constantly. Son may do something to himself, daughter-in-law may do something to her. So she's hit from both sides. So you can see the state, no, how it must be. Something to himself. So this person, you know, this is the constant, this fear under which she is living. Anything can happen at any time. Okay? Any idea of Mayasam? Anything can happen at any time? Anything can suddenly turn at any time. Suddenly, anything can happen.
Acute.
Acute miasm. See this is not a psychotic miasm. No? Psychotic miasm will accept that okay, you torture me, that's okay, I will still bear with it because this is my sin I have committed, I will bear with it. That much, she is not going that deep. She feels she is stuck there, she can't leave, she can't stay, she is constantly poking. She would have said something about me outside the house, she would have said something about me. Inside the house, she is poking me, hitting me. So much response is there, adrenaline response is there, the throat is closed, she can't swallow, she can't eat. Acidity in the chest. So, what does she say? It's a torture. It's a torture to be in this house. Okay? So I said, what is the strain? I understand it's a torture. She says, it's on my temper. My anger is so much. Every more I can pull her. No, I'm not facing முடியாது. So I said, Janana, tell about the torture. She said, டார்ச்சர் பண்றது இதுதான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா. நான் வந்து ஒரு விதமா தான் இருக்கணும்னு அவ எதிர்பார்க்கிறா. நான் இது அவளோட வீடுன்னு அவ சொல்றா. இது என்னோட பிள்ளையோட வீடு. நான் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். என்னோட வீட்லயே நான் பெட்டரா இருக்கேன். திருப்பி ஏதாவது சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கா. என்ன போக் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கா. நான் இது பண்ணிடுவேன், அது பண்ணிடுவேன். And she's threatening her. This is her experience. She says, torture is not new to me. எனக்கு புதுசு இல்ல. நான் நிறைய torture பட்டிருக்கேன். So somebody whose DNA has this feeling of torture, like we saw in the morning case, where in her DNA there is scolded, they will always find situations where they are scolded. Okay? Here she is tortured. It's not new to her. She will always be in situations where she is tortured, where her experience will be. I come from a very rich family. Grandfather had 17 villages under him. He was a zamindar. Father had a lot of landed property. He was doing a lot of things for others, for other people. He had adopted villages. He would do for them. He would meet many people every day. He would sort out their problems. Sunday, he would sort it out. They would come to him for guidance. He was very just. Just means what? Justice he would give. If justice is the other side of injustice. And what goes along with that? That if he is not just, there will be punishment that is given which is unjust. Okay? So he is making sure that the solution is just. Then I got married. Here they were not a well-to-do family. Sister-in-law was there. Sister-in-law tortured her. Okay? So in somebody in whose DNA there is torture, we will always find that sister-in-law torture. The father, then this, then that, then that, then that. Every situation there will be torture. She tortured me. She gave me leftovers to eat. What else can be there? The daughter-in-law is giving that girl who is working for them, she's giving her leftovers. Sister-in-law is giving her leftovers to eat. Somehow I managed. I cut here and I cut there. Inge anga cut panni you manage panni somehow. Somehow I survived. Okay, survival issue has come.
She had a suicide attempts?
No. Cut here and there means I, didn't keep for myself. I made sure somebody else got on. That way I survived. I thought torture is finished. No, torture didn't finish. She kept visiting even after she got married. Smallest thing happened, she would begin shouting at me. Okay? So being shouted at, being tortured, being poked, you can see now, it has always been there in her DNA. I would be very fearful of her. Anything can happen at any time. Have you heard this before? That anything can happen at any time? It happened with the daughter-in-law also, with the sister-in-law also. Okay? I would not even take a drop of water from her. She would give me a lot of rage. See this word, this extra anger has come. She would give her rage. She would make me very, very angry and I could not do anything about it. Because she was newly married. The sister-in-law got married but kept coming back. Why you couldn't do anything? She is the daughter of the house. What does that mean? That I am not the daughter of this house, I am the daughter-in-law. She is the daughter of the house, she has a higher position than me. I am just the daughter-in-law, I am new, I am come here. They could have thrown me out of the house at any time. I had to keep quiet. It was only Baba who saved me. He would come in the dreams and tell me to keep the faith. Okay? It was a test of my faith. How to balance faith and constant and faith and anger. I am still angry. I am not accepted anywhere. Any idea is so strong in her. Okay? She is not accepted anywhere. Now, same story. She's seeing the story, but she's not seeing the lesson behind it, the pattern behind it. Because if she could see the pattern behind it, she would be on the side of faith. She would keep faith. But she's not able to see the pattern behind it. She's saying now, same pattern is happening with my daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law is also torturing grandson. You see, one more next generation of torture. She's tortured there, then the daughter-in-law is torturing, she's a grandmother, the daughter-in-law is also torturing grandson. So, torture is there in her DNA, correct? She punishes him. She doesn't allow him to move till he eats everything on his plate. So she scolds him, she hits him. She pushes. In another meeting, she said she's pushing his head back and feeding him. She's torturing him. Even that act of nurture becomes a kind of torture. She's not allowing him to move till he finishes everything on his plate. Okay? You can see the school age also, how strict she perceives that her daughter-in-law is with the grandson. Speak to him with love, show him a little love. Okay? Give him a little nurture, nourishment, natural, little bit you show. You will do anything you say. More than that, she's scolding him while eating. How is that okay? Now in that generation, they believe that you should not scold when you are eating. So even if the mother says, come eat fast, for her it is as if daughter-in-law is torturing grandson, forcing him to eat. She says, scolding and feeding at the same time. I do Brahma. Then after she goes, I take the grandson, I bring him and I feed him, then he eats. So what she is giving? What she desires. Strong undercurrents of torture, then showing with the natural line what she wants. So I said, because that is his, hers, daughter-in-law's son, no? She may suddenly do something to him. Okay? He is sitting in a high chair. She may push him. What if she gets so angry that she pushes his head back? Or she hits him? Then what will happen? Suddenly she can do anything to him. Then she says, she puts off, I said, any other physical symptoms you have? Because I want to understand. So what does she say? She puts off the TV when I am watching. My eyes are dry and red. Sometimes I don't want this life. I don't feel free. But free in the morning's case and free in this case are completely different. Okay? Here it is that my life is not free of torture. I am constantly stuck and tortured hit from both sides. This is her feeling. The only time I was free was in my childhood. So I said, okay, tell about your childhood nature more. I was a free bird. I could go climbing, running, I would be singing. She was more in her element at that time. She would run around outside. She would climb the compound wall and run. I had a very good voice. Now suddenly she says, I had a beautiful childhood. Because she wants to say that the grandson's childhood is not so good. I had a beautiful childhood. But 8 slides ago she said that she had a very strict childhood. So she has forgotten. Now she says, no one would say anything but father was strict. He held me in the palm of his hand. Okay? There was a freeness. In the rules also there was a freeness. He was generous. He taught right and wrong. Which inner age? School age. But also he held me in the palm of my hand, in the palm of his hand. He held me like that. So I said, tell about freeness. Okay, she couldn't say more. She said, I was into sports. I did a lot of handwork. I did embroidery. In cravings, there is craving for sweets, coffee, lot of aggravation from whole cow's milk. Okay? As a child, I loved cow's milk very much. I used to crave cow's milk, as well as curd, ghee, paisam. Now milk causes burning. Okay? Thing which should nourish you is gone. She loves cheese. Okay? I don't like more salt in the food. Everything tastes more salty. Okay, so I don't know is this about thing or if it is really about that, but I have written that everything tastes more salty. So I said, tell about the hands because this I can see, I can understand. If she's better with the remedy, the hand should also get better. She says, I'm used to this. Since 15 years I have RA. So when I touch the skin, it's very tense, it's hot, it's dry. It first began on the right, then went to the left hand. Joints ache all the time, but sometimes right aches more, sometimes left aches more. Okay? Working with them makes me better. Doing yoga makes them better. So I said, anything that makes the stomach symptoms worse? She said, I don't know, there is no pain. Sometimes outside food makes me worse. I think everything is because of this situation with the daughter-in-law. So she goes the entire
word and she comes back again to her daughter. God knows this is happening to me. Any dreams you can remember? Dreams are very important because we get the state and the inner feeling. Sometimes nothing. Sometimes fearful dreams, going somewhere and falling down. Some days, lack of sleep is there. All the night she's awake, she's thinking. I can have dreams of daughter-in-law also. So the daughter-in-law dreams that you don't like. We ask this. Any dream you wake up and you say, oh, thank God it was a dream. Then they will tell you some more dreams. Somebody dying, somebody being beaten. Maybe a thief comes into the house and we don't know. Okay? 6 months ago I had a very bad dream. Can I tell you? I said, yes, please, that's what I want. She says, daughter-in-law came into the room in the night when I was sleeping. And she throttled me. Okay? She sat on me and she put her hands around my neck and tried to throttle me. It made me so anxious. Can this really, maybe this can really happen when I am awake? So not just she came into the room and she was asleep, she crossed that boundary also. She sat on her chest and she put her hands around her throat and tried to kill her. Okay? So, but she never sent the daughter-in-law to make her better afterwards. She should have sent. I said, what was the feeling in the dream? It made me very fearful. Even I am scared of her daughter-in-law now. Then I began locking the door from the inside at night. If she comes in and she comes and attacks me in my sleep, what will I do? At me with the big eyes like this. You see this aggression with the eyes? Daughter-in-law is looking at her. Makes me very fearful. She has tied a black thread around her hand. Since then she has become very aggressive. So she has this fear also. I know when a fight is going to happen because she's anxious, she's waiting for a fight to happen. Anything can happen at any time. So she feels that I know when a fight is going to happen. I anticipate because the weekend is coming, she's at home, anything can happen on a Friday. Okay? Or before menses, daughter-in-law can get hysterical and aggressive. I am very vigilant. I am very careful. I am not able to leave my food in the kitchen when she is there. Maybe she licks my food. Maybe she is spitting in my food. Okay? At any time. If she sleeps over, daughter-in-law can come in the dream and do something to her. I keep telling her in my mind also saying, please, 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 leave me alone, leave me alone. Anything can happen. Let me be, don't throw me out, don't throw me out. She's constantly thinking in her announcement, she's so aggressive. I don't know why things are like this. What torture did I do to her for things to become like this? And she's so angry when she says this. What torture have I done? I am struggling with anxiety and fear. I am longing for my son and grandson. I have given birth to him. Aren't mother-in-laws mothers? Is she not a mother like me? Am I not a mother like her? She's saying we are both almost the same. But she's putting me down. But we are both mothers. We both have given birth. Should make us equal. It's not equal. I also understand.
The children was kicking in the stomach. So the crab, if you see, it's on top, it will burst out and the children will come. Kicking. So I feel it is crab.
But what about the constant fear?
It's having fear. Somebody could do something
Yes.
to me at any time.
But also crustaceans will have very strong suffocation because this chitinous exoskeleton is very hard. So it's impossible to breathe within that. That's why it needs to keep changing, molting as it grows. So that sense of suffocation will be very strong if it is a crustacean. And is there any water element in this?
No, fire.
Only fire, earth, fire, earth, fire. both the places territory, and strong hierarchy is there. Very strong hierarchy is there. Daughter-in-law or me, we have to be equal, but very good analysis. But if we see as some of the things that what maybe that the crab does, how a child is born, that goes into the realm of speculation, that maybe the kicks in the stomach are like that. But we take exactly what is there. If we are looking at crustaceans, that fire element will be there, but the very strong suffocation has to be there. In this, we have seen that the anger is more, and strong territorial thing is there between her and her daughter-in-law. Okay? And that acidity and all the things. And this fact that anything can happen at any time, which is there, which is the acute miasm. Okay? So, and we have come also to we have seen the other inner ages are also there. Strong desire for nourishment is there. She didn't get that as a child. Now she's trying to give to her grandson. But the doctor is saying, no, this is not your territory, this is mine. Okay? So you can see this territorial thing very strongly. There you are absolutely right. So any ideas? Any other ideas? What would be there? Any time she will throw me out of the house. This is very important. She has mentioned it 3, 4, 5 times. So, what are we seeing? What idea we have? Anybody? What idea we have? Don't talk amongst yourselves. Tell me what idea. Which are the 2 remedies that we have? The one, which is the one that has the acute mind? Anything can happen any moment now. That is what she got. She got lysine. She got lysine. Lysine is made from so, and then not just that. If once you think that maybe this could be the remedy, what we do? We see the whole case. We read it again and we see that is there anything that is not covered by lysine. That's very important. So if we see Latcan, it's very correct. There is a territorial quality. There is a hierarchy between her and her daughter-in-law. She wants the equality. But her daughter-in-law says, kitchen is not your territory, grandson is not your territory, go out. Okay? So what will a dog do? Dog will say, okay, this is probably what I do and I will try and please her. I will try and do this. I will try and do that. I have anger, but I will keep it inside me. Okay? What is lysine? Dog will not express that tortured quality that much. Dog has the fire element because it belongs to the column 5, which has the canids have the fire element. But what the extent, the severity and the acuteness of the fire that she needs is more supported if we just look one step ahead of Lacan by lysine. Okay? What lysine is made from? It is made from the saliva of the rabid dog. What is a rabid dog? A rabid dog is one that has lost control over itself.
Hysteria.
It is hysteric. It is biting. It is looking. It is going out of control. It is, and then we try and poke it. We try and electrocute it. We try and hit it. If a rabid dog runs in, what we will do? It's acute miasm. Okay? Anything can happen, and if it bites, we have to go and get injection. Again we have to take that. It's a course of injections that we have to take. It's a danger. Somebody who is very susceptible can become rabid. They can have all the symptoms. They will not be able to swallow. You see that strong physical symptom. I can't swallow water. Very, very strong physical symptom she has. Okay? And then this whole thing. If you see from little bit from the chakra point of view also, dog belongs, it's a social animal. The issue is always with groups. How groups of dogs they fight. What we say in the societies, what is the issue now? Where to feed the dog? It has become a big issue in Bombay. It has become a big issue in Delhi. That don't feed the dog here, don't feed the stray dog there, don't feed there, don't feed there. And dog lovers and people who are fearful of dogs are fighting with each other. No, you don't feed the dog here. No, you don't feed the dog here. But they are not understanding that if you remove one group of dogs, in the dogs also if you have seen, when you go down in the evening, just observe. Okay? Not all dogs will come together. First the top dog will sit, then the next dog will sit, then the next dog a little far away, and they wait till the top dog has eaten, then the next one will eat, then the next one will eat. So if you have to make sure that they don't fight, you have to keep separate bowls for them. I see in my society. So I am a dog lover, so I don't have a dog. But the hysteria that is there, that if a dog comes into the campus, there is so much hysteria and fear that, they say, this dog can go in the elevator, it can lick the buttons, anything can happen. Then we have to explain to them that not every dog bite will make you rabid. You have to keep an eye. Go get an injection. All these dogs are neutered, they are already vaccinated. Then then what the hysteria is? Remove all the dogs from here. Then what will happen if all the dogs are removed? Wild dogs will come in, and then they carry a lot of the rabies within them. So this is big urban problem. So see her situation. No? She may have told something about me downstairs in the shops. They may be thinking I'm mad. They may be thinking about me that I'm torturing her. Suddenly, any moment she can throw me out of the house. See, this acute miasm is so strong. Okay? So she did very well on lysine. Interesting thing happened. Daughter-in-law got an assignment abroad for 3 months. So, very nice. So, maintaining factor is removed. So, first follow-up is very happy. She said, my daughter-in-law has got an assignment abroad. So, she's removed from the pictures. No crab, no nothing, no nothing. If anything happens, also she'll be able to deal with things. But acidity better, hands better, sleeping better because daughter-in-law is not there. She cannot come and throttle her. Okay? I will be staying and taking care of grandson. This is what she wants. So she gets that. It will be a good opportunity to have some peace, but she's still not smiling. Then she says, I am better, stress is lower. Hands are better. She's using the washing machine. Nobody is there to stop her now. No stomach symptoms. BP was normal. She had not mentioned that her BP. Of course, with so much adrenaline response, BP will go up. She had not mentioned it. Anxiety is much better. Sleeping better. Daughter-in-law is still abroad. She mentions. She's very happy. When she called, she thanked me for taking care of her son and her house. This is a very big thing, no, for her. That my territory, you took care. Thank you so much. This is what she was, needing from the beginning. She got it. I also managed to speak normally, rather than, that means she was getting irritated before. She says, I also spoke normally. So then, by that time, I know that the remedy is working. So I can increase to 200. Now, such an acute remedy, I can't give directly because her state is so high that if there is an aggravation, how will we manage? So you begin low, and then once she's settled on the things, then you make it 200, so that will help her balance. What Sai Baba was telling her to do to balance faith and this anger, she will be able to balance it better. Daughter-in-law still on assignment at this point. Okay, 3 months are not over. We are very happy. So my target is also by 3 months that she should be definitely much better with her RA symptoms, stomach symptoms. But anxiety is much better. Most of the things are much better here. Okay? Important news, daughter-in-law is back. Okay, so from now on I know maintaining course is back. So I have to now keep very careful follow-up with her to see how the interactions are happening. Is her state diluted enough so that they can be in the same territory? Because it's not possible, they both have to live in that house. She cannot leave, she cannot leave. She cannot always be on assignment, no? I have to call up the company and say, please keep her on permanent assignment. What does she say? I think for our peace we should live separately. By now the son has finally woken up. He says, let's rent an apartment in the same house and you keep your territory let my wife keep her territory, and so little bit balance has come, which was not there before. Okay? Maybe the son is thinking, let my mother grieve, let her get over the grief properly after the father has died. After all, it's only 3 months. If I say now, let me get you into a new house, she may not take it well. But hands are better 30%. This is what we want. We ask them all the symptoms you have to go through. How is this? How is this? How is this? And say, give me an approximate. How much better are you? Then 30%, 20%, whatever. She says on her own, sleep is better, hands are better. Okay? Then by 9 months, all symptoms are better. Anxiety is better. She moves into her own place. Her son rents an apartment, she's going there. They visit me often. So each person maintains their territory. This is the truth for her. However much the remedy helps her, even if she comes back down, she's still going to be somewhere in that Lacan state where she needs her very strongly her territory. You know, Lacan is very territorial. Between groups, there is a lot of hierarchy within them. Either you bow down to the alpha, or the alpha will bite your neck. And if you have to become the alpha, you have to challenge the alpha, and then you have to take over that position. So she's calmer. She says, daughter-in-law has changed because of the assignment abroad. You see? Anything, the brain does anything. She says, Nari change government assignment Nariyo. She's not seeing that the medicine has done work within her, that the homeopath has worked to give her a license to find. You know, she's saying maybe daughter-in-law has changed. Because her own state has diluted, she's seeing the other person. So, what we see in the mirror is a reflection of who we are. If we feel that another person is angry, she has a right to have her own space. Okay? Given remedy SOS. So keep 2 doses with you. Take once in a month. If we go in fire there, first of all, vertebrate, invertebrate, we can understand. We are talking about a vertebrate, mammalian quality. She's talking about the mother and child. There are territorial issues. Okay? Strong bonding with the son and with the grandson. We are seeing that. She said not once, not twice, not thrice, 4, 5 times she said. Okay? So we know we are in the vertebrates. In the vertebrates in the fire column 3, okay, below. But in water, there are reptiles. Okay? So if we have to differentiate, how will we differentiate with the reptiles? Will the reptiles say openly like this, that this is the issue?
I can't say, but we have the finer differentiation we have to catch, because in the reptilian feature, you can see that that mammalian quality will be little less. That infancy will be little less, except Naja. The comparison medicine which we can think of, either we are in a doubt of whether we have to give Lacan or a reptile, either Lacan is similar to Naja. The only reptile we can think of. Naja.
But you know that strong territorial thing, the duty